All right, let's dive right in. We're going to talk about something I think almost everyone has felt. That feeling of being completely, totally stuck. Like you're trapped and you just can't seem to find the way out. Well, today we're going to figure out how to break free from that.
So does this sound like you? You've got these big goals, right? You get all fired up, you start working on them, and then poof, the energy's gone. You stop. Then you try again, and you stop again. It feels like you're just spinning your wheels. You're always busy, but you're not actually going anywhere. It is such a frustrating cycle, and it can really make you start to doubt yourself.
The first story we always tell ourselves is that it's our fault. We jump straight to blaming our character. We think, ugh, I'm just lazy, or I just don't have any discipline. But what if the problem isn't a flaw in you at all? What if the real issue, almost every single time, is something much simpler? A lack of clarity. Okay, so let's get right to the heart of it. The real reason we don't take action isn't because we lack willpower. It's because of mental confusion. Your brain is an incredibly powerful tool, but it needs a super clear target to work its magic. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. When you don't know exactly what you want, your brain basically gets paralyzed. It sees all these different options and it doesn't know which way to go. So what does it do? It takes random, unfocused actions. That's why one day you feel super motivated and the next you feel totally lost. This isn't laziness, it's just your brain's natural response when it doesn't have a clear map. So what do we even mean by clarity? Well, it's not some vague wish like, I want to be successful. Nope. Clarity is like having a high-definition 4K picture of your destination in your head. It's knowing precisely what success looks like, what it feels like, and, this is the most important part, why you want it. That's the beacon your brain needs to lock onto so it can pour all its energy in the right direction. And here it is. This is the big mindset shift. We spend so much time just sitting around waiting for motivation to strike us like lightning before we get started, but that's completely backwards. See, motivation isn't the cause of action, it's the effect. Once you have crystal clear clarity on your goal and your why is super powerful, focus just kind of shows up, and motivation, it follows right behind as a natural byproduct. Okay, so if clarity is the answer, what's getting in our way? Well, it turns out there are 3 really common clarity killers that are designed to keep us confused and stuck. Let's break them down one by one. First up, vague goals. Things like, I want to make more money, or I want to get in shape, or I want to improve my life. They feel like goals, but they're not. They're just ideas. They're wishes without a blueprint. And here's why that's a problem. Your brain can't execute a command it doesn't really understand. Without specific instructions, it's just left to wander around, jumping from one idea to the next without ever truly committing to anything. And that is the very source of that exhausting start and stop cycle that just chips away at your confidence. The second clarity killer, this is a modern classic, comparison. You're scrolling online, you see other people's success, their businesses, their perfect-looking lives, and you immediately think, hey, I should be doing that too. But here's the thing. When you adopt someone else's goal, it doesn't have any personal meaning for you. There's no deep internal why that's driving you forward. So, of course, the motivation is shallow. It's temporary. It fades super fast because, well, you're running a race that was never meant for you in the first place. Real, lasting clarity has to come from your own values, from what you truly desire. And finally, the third killer, distractions. We are living in an age of infinite information and endless opportunities. And while that sounds great, it often just ends up scattering our focus into a million little pieces. Just think about it for a second. Social media shows you 1,000 different lives you could be living. A new once-in-a-lifetime opportunity seems to pop up every single week. Your focus gets pulled in a dozen different directions every single day. And this creates the illusion that you're being productive. You feel really busy, but your energy is so scattered that you make zero real progress on the things that actually matter to you. Okay, so we've diagnosed the problem. Now let's talk about the solution. The source gives us a really clear 6-step prescription to cut through all that confusion and build the clarity we need. So here it is. This is your 6-step path to clarity. First, you just have to slow down. Stop the frantic busyness and give yourself some actual space to think about what you truly want. Second, define that goal with absolute precision. No more vague wishes. Third, simplify your focus. You can't chase 10 rabbits and expect to catch one. Pick one main path and commit. Fourth, create a plan. Break that huge goal down into tiny, manageable steps. Fifth, you've got to be ruthless about removing distractions. Figure out what's pulling your attention away and get rid of it.
And finally, number 6, take action. Clarity isn't just something you think about, it gets stronger and clearer the more you do. So, let's bring this all together. If you only take one thing away from all of this, let it be this: clarity is your compass. It's the one tool that gives you direction in a world that is just full of noise. Let's just look at this side by side. Motivation, it's an emotion. It's temporary. It comes and goes. But clarity, that's a direction. It's a strategy. Motivation leads to inconsistency, but clarity creates the consistency you need to actually win long term. Relying on motivation is a recipe for frustration. Building clarity, now that's a recipe for progress. And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? I mean, you can have the fastest car in the world with a full tank of gas, but if you don't have a map or a destination, you're just gonna burn all that fuel driving in circles. Direction always has to come before speed. And that's the whole point. We have to shift our focus. Stop passively waiting around for some magical feeling to hit you. Instead, you need to start actively building a strategy. You need to start building your clarity. And that brings us to the final and most important question. Don't put this off till tomorrow. What is one small thing, a single, simple action that you can do right now, today, to get just a little bit clearer on where you're headed? Your journey forward starts with that very first step.